1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Cracked is a play that is about humanity.
We're not just caring for people's bodies. We're caring for them as people.
Well, Cracked is a play that follows several families who are dealing with a member who's been diagnosed with dementia. We hope to dispel some of the fears about dementia
And look at how it is that we, socially and culturally, come to understand dementia as only being tragic.
5, 6, 7, 1, 2,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Part of what's happening is that as he's turning, you're...
Well, I was originally approached by several health researchers.
So I work very closely with people with dementia and family members and professionals in terms of both understanding what the issues are that they want explored in research, but also in terms of looking at the solution and how we should be creating policy changes or what's needed has to come from them. They started to talk to me about how inaccessible research really is. They don't have access to our journals. They don't understand the language in the journals. A lot of it was jargon, and they didn't find it particularly helpful for changing the culture. So if my role was to change the culture of dementia care, it wasn't going to happen through those academic venues that we have. So it's a medium that's accessible, and also it's so emotive and engaging, and to be effective really at changing the way people think about dementia and the way that they treat people with dementia, the way they interact with them. It's more than imparting new knowledge, that they have to be moved emotionally, and theater is so effective that way.
For most of the initial rehearsal period, we had the researchers in the room with us, so that was a huge resource. You could sort of say, is this right? We go in the right direction. And little by little, pieces were put together, and the arc of this story through Julia sitting it down and writing it down, it evolved, but initially it came out of collaborative improv, which was great, so much fun.
Yes, we were just talking about...
Harold?
Yes.
Yes. He'll be giving us an update.
The audience reaction has been pretty powerful. People often are very moved by it, and I think appreciate that we're really trying to tackle some pretty big, pretty deep topics for us socially. Sometimes people get angry about it because it unearths some pretty big stuff. I think too, people are surprised at how funny it is. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and you don't necessarily think that a play about dementia is going to be a lot of fun, but it is.
We got dementia. We're starting to let go.
Oh, that is me.
We don't mean to offend you. Life's too short to bear a grudge. And who are you to judge our dementia?
It brings to life a truth, a reality that people are living that they don't get to often talk about or see in such a full, fruitful way.
You can't just be sad all the time, and there's comedy and fun and laughter and love in all of life, no matter where, no matter what.
It's both ups and downs. It's the good and the bad. It doesn't sugarcoat, but it tells the truth, and people really appreciate that.
There are often tears. There are, it really lands for people, I think.
After one show, I had a woman come up to me and in tears and just want to hug me because she was going through exactly what my character is going through. And as an actor, that was a really humbling and beautiful experience.
There's a lot of recognition. A lot of people, you can't literally hear them, but they're saying, yes, I know this. This has been my experience, both from people who are caregivers and people who are living with dementia. They're going, yes, you told my story. You told my mother's story there.
So that's pretty cool when you actually talk to someone on a deeper level that you've never met before, and the show has affected them that much. It's really pretty amazing.
After one of the performances, I ran a post-performance discussion with the audience. And one of the women who was in the audience who lived with dementia, when I asked the question, what might change after seeing the play, she said, after seeing this play, I will no longer hide. When she said that to me, I felt like that was worth, if that's all that ever happened, it would be worth it.
I think with anything we don't understand, there's the idea of we're over here and they're over there. One of the big goals of the researchers and for us was to say, no, we're all in this together, and it doesn't matter what you have or what struggles. We're all people.
Dementia carries a lot of weight culturally, socially for us. So to be able to create a space through the theater, through the performance, for audiences to really be able to grapple with a lot of those complex questions is important.
The reason that everyone needs to see this play is because they need to understand that the tragedy of dementia is not dementia itself. It's the societal assumption that with dementia there's a premature closure of life.
We all have cracks. That's what makes us human. And those cracks aren't necessarily a negative. They're actually, well, as Leonard Cohen would say, that's how the light gets in.
Got dementia, we're starting to let go.
Oh, that is me.
We don't mean to offend you, life's too short to bear a grudge. And who are you to judge our dementia? And if I forget your name,
that happens to me all the time.
please try to understand. Words don't matter, I'm just so glad you're here. I'm happy just holding your hand.